Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well and good. First of all, I would like to welcome you to the class 8. Before begin the lesson, let me ask you a question. How plants prepare their own food? Yes? Yes, very good, you are correct. Plants prepare their own food with the help of a process known as photosynthesis, right? Let me ask you one more question. How many of you visited any field, right? Like paddy field or wheat field or any other field? Yes, I am sure that many of you have visited fields, right? Okay, so I am very sure that you must have seen only the fully grown crops there, but you don't know the initial process and also the final process final process. So today we are going to discuss about that one. Let's get started. So we are going to discuss about our new chapter in class 8, that is nothing but our crop production and management. Okay, first of all, what is a crop? See, you must have visited a field, like any field, like paddy field or wheat field or something else. So there you will see only a single variety of plant, I mean single kind of plant. That's why we call it as a crop. Okay, so plants of the same kind grown and cultivated at one place. See there, you see a large number of same kind of plants in one place. Okay, so that is nothing but our crops. See, crops are of different types, like there are cereals, like your rice is nothing but cereal. Vegetables, pulses, that means your dals. Fruits, vegetables, oil crops, your groundnuts, sunflower, etc., and plantation crops. See, according to the climatic requirements in India, we can see two cropping patterns. They are nothing but our kharif crop and rabi crops. Kharif crop, what is kharif crop? See, if we grow the crops which are sown in rainy season, that means these crops grown only in rainy season, that is nothing but from June to September, they are known as kharif crops. Example, paddy is nothing but our rice, maize, soya bean, groundnuts, etc. And another one is the rabi crops is grown in only in winter season, that is from the month of October to March. Example, wheat, pulses, gram, pea, mustard, linseeds, etc. Okay, see, in order to grow a crop, we should follow some basic agricultural practices. So in your textbook they have given 7 basic agricultural practices. They are preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizer, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting, and then storage. So today we are going to discuss about each basic agricultural practices one by one. Okay, I am going to start with the first one, preparation of soil. See, why we need to prepare soil? You can see the pictures here. See, they are doing something. So why we need to prepare soil? Because the basic preparation, basic preparation, there should be some basic preparation for the soil before growing the crops. See, what is so for this one there are two different processes. There are plowing or tilling. So with the help of the process known as plowing, we can loosen the soil and turning the soil. So what are the advantages of this and what are the advantages of preparation of the soil? So there are different types of advantage. There are aeration of the soil. See, whenever we plow the soil, I am sure that you must have seen plowing of fields. Okay, so this is, if you see here, this is the age old practice and this is the modern agricultural practice. This one with the help of a tractor, with the help of a tractor. This is the modern agricultural practice. This is the age old process. This is our plow. This is our plow. See, what are the advantages of the preparation? What are the advantages of the plowing of the soil? See, aeration of the soil. See, whenever we sow the soil, whenever we plow the soil will get turns up, will get turns up, and there will be a and there will be a easy flow of air into the soil. See, in your previous classes you have studied about that soil has pores. So through that pores there will be a proper aeration for the soil. And what is humus? In your 7th class you must have studied, right? What is humus? The upper nutritious soil, the upper nutritious layer is known as humus. So humus get mixed with the soil. See, humus is up as it is the upper layer. See, see here, this is humus. Assume this is humus. Okay, this is our, under this one there will be a soil. So whenever we plow this one, these both will get mixed up, right? These both will get mixed up and the soil become nutritious. Okay, and then easy penetration of roots. Easy penetration of the soil becomes loosened. Whenever soil becomes loosened, there will so the roots of the plant like it easily penetrated, and it also enhances water holding capacity. See, in your previous classes we have studied about the water holding capacity of different kinds of soils, right? Yes, sandy soil, claymy soil, loamy soil. Which one is having the highest water holding capacity? Yes, you are correct. Clayey soil. Clayey soil. Okay, clayey soil. And it also destroys pests and insects. See, soil is a home for many insects and many bacteria also. So whenever we plow the soil, it gets exposed to the sunlight. So whenever it gets exposed to the sunlight, what will happen? Any insects or any eggs of the insects or any bacteria, something useless bacteria, any useless thing will get exposed to the sunlight and they will die immediately. So that is, these are all the advantages of the plowing. So they because that's why farmers plow the field before they grow any kind of crop. Okay, that's all for today. And then I want you to do this homework. You just identify any 5 kharif crops and also 5 rabi crops and record in your classwork. Okay, and I don't want you to write the examples that have already given in the textbook. So don't write that one. Please find some other examples. Use your ask your parents, or you can ask me, or you can search in the internet. Okay, but don't repeat the examples which have already given in the textbook. Okay, that's all. Okay children, that's all for today. Bye bye now. We'll meet you in the next class. Till then, take care.